Live from downtown Lafayette, it's a special broadcast at this year's Taste of Tippecanoe.
Good evening and welcome to the 33rd Annual Taste of Tippecanoe. I'm Jeff Smith.
And I'm Gina Quattrochi. We are broadcasting live from downtown Lafayette, highlighting just some of the amazing food and music at this year's event.
Yeah, we're at 3rd and Main. There are vendors lined up on Main Street behind us to the left and to the right as well. Also on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th Streets. Now we're going to have 20 musical acts tonight on 4 separate stages.
That's right, and the Taste isn't just about the great food and the great tunes. It's a major fundraising event for the Tippecanoe Arts Federation, and we will certainly be learning more about TAF later in the show.
Yeah, we got a lot of weather to talk about right now as well, so let's check in first with Chief Meteorologist Chad Evans. Chad, you've already got a couple of warnings in effect?
Yeah, Jeff, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Benton County as well as southern Newton County right now. I've been talking about these storms for a few days, and they've developed in Illinois, and they're working east and southeastward. We can see those on precision right now. You see the orange box, that's a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado warning just west of here in Iroquois County, Illinois. Now, as we head into the evening, still scattered storms that may organize into a cluster, and it still looks like isolated severe weather with wind and hail. Still can't be ruled out, and it looks like that Benton County storm may get into Tippecanoe County here over about the next half an hour to 40 minutes, and the main threat with that would be damaging winds and hail. Of course, Cameron's in the studio. He's there in the Weather Center tracking them, and he'll have an update here very shortly.
All right, Chad, thank you very much. A lot to watch for there. And since there is a chance for thunderstorms tonight, the Tippecanoe Emergency Management Agency has a plan in place just in case the weather takes a turn for the worse.
They sure do, and that's where we find meteorologist Amber Hardwick. She's live with us with the EMA with those plans. Amber.
Hey there, Jeff and Gina, and since we do have that potential for showers and thunderstorms to move through the area this evening, it's best for everyone here at the Taste to be prepared just in case any of those storms become strong to severe. I'm joined by Tippecanoe County Emergency Management Deputy Director, Martin Webb, and Martin's going to tell us a little bit of what they're trying to do here to keep everyone here at the Taste safe. Hello.
Currently, we're monitoring the weather that's coming in. We put out a text alert through the Taste text alerting system. We've contacted the National Weather Service. They've given us some information on it, on time estimates and things like that. As it gets a little closer, we'll make some decisions on whether we delay the event a little bit or call it all together.
So what are you guys doing now? Are you just keeping an eye on the radar just to make sure everyone here at the Taste is safe?
Yeah, we've got guys that are putting tracks on the storms as they're coming in, or they're developing, I should say. And we're able to tell time and distance as they come through. So that gives us a little bit of a heads up notice that they're coming.
Can you talk a little bit about maybe the technology that your guys are using today?
We've got a lightning detector that we use. It's a portable unit. We've got it set up, as well as we have our operations truck here that has internet connection and direct connection to National Weather Service, as well as we use, just like everybody else, smartphone apps and things like that to keep track of things.
And how long have you guys been planning for this?
Well, we're actually starting the planning for 2015 Taste today. We started planning for this year's Taste last year at this time. We take what works, what didn't work, look at ways to improve it, and then we start having more focused meetings along about February or so before the Taste happens.
And why is this so important to have this much preparation?
Well, you can see the people around here. That's the main importance, is doing what we can to best protect the people, as well as to keep the people informed on what's actually going on and what they're facing while they're enjoying the Taste.
All right, thank you so much, Martin, for talking to us and keeping everyone here safe. And we'll send you right back to Jeff and Gina.
All right, Amber, thanks for that. Well, you know, the Taste, it's not called the Taste for nothing. It's all about the food, right? So let's dive into that and take a look at that. And what better place to start than with the sweets?
Oh, I love this. Brittany Tyner is live just below us at Kathy Candy's, her homemade candies booth. Brittany, what looks good out there?
Jeff, Gina, what doesn't look good down here? This is the place to be if you have a sweet tooth like myself. Now let's check it out. There are chocolate-covered pretzels, caramels, saltwater taffy, rock candy, whoopie pies, But getting all of this down to the Taste of Tippecanoe isn't an easy process.
This was the almond scramble. This is a box of caramels. These are all of our chocolate-covered pretzels, the whoopie pies.
Dozens of boxes sit full of goodies as Kathy Logsden, owner of Kathy's Candies, prepares for the Taste of Tippecanoe.
We did 300 whoopie pies. That's 600 pieces of cake in 2 days.
Logsden says the business has been making, baking, and packing for the past couple of weeks. Finally, on Friday night, the truck was ready to load. Logsden says she's going off of numbers from last year.
I know exactly how much of everything we sold from, my inventory. So we kind of go from there to know what to do. And so except for 3 things, we completely sold out of everything.
Once everything is downtown, Logsden says it's usually smooth sailing.
Yesterday I'm so excited, I can't wait. And it's like, and I don't know, it's the crowd, it's the ambience of being there. It's the exposure, it's like, where else can you see 50,000 people in one day?
All right, joining me now is Kathy herself. Kathy, now that you're down here and the taste is underway, how's it going?
Really well. Things are picking up and, getting a lot of people stopping by.
And what are some of the top sellers here today?
Right now it seems to be gummy bears and chocolate-covered pretzels.
And the chocolate's holding up okay, correct?
Kind of.
Kind of. It's because it's pretty hot out here, isn't it?
It is.
And
we've done what we can, and it'll set back up once it cools down. So.
And why keep coming down to the taste year after year?
It's so much, the ambiance, it's so much fun.
And what's one thing that people have to get out here and try tonight?
Oh.
You can't name one, can you?
No, I can't.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to us, and good luck. There you have it. If you have that sweet tooth, get on down here to Kathy's Candies. Back to you, Jeff and Gina.
We will soon be on our way, Brittany. Thank you. And of course, the taste features all sorts of great food, but let's not forget about all these talented musicians out here.
Yeah, we got some great acts, and let's kick things off with a band that's new to the taste this year. Elizabeth Rentschler introduces us to Mr. Chase Cotton and his friends. Elizabeth?
Well, hey there, guys. We're here with Chase Cotton and friends, the first band we're going to introduce you to tonight. And this band actually just got done performing a few minutes ago. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. And of course, we have to ask, how was the first performance?
It went really well. It's our first time playing at the Taste, and we had a blast.
So tell us a little bit about how you would describe your music for people who have maybe never heard you before.
I think maybe the best way to describe it would be alternative folk, but we do a little bit of everything. We play ukulele, drums, we're both trumpet players, guitars. So we pride ourselves in not having one genre. So a little folk, a little indie rock.
And like we've said, this is your first year at the Taste, so tell us a little bit about how you guys met and how you guys got roped into the Taste here.
Well, roped in wouldn't be the right word, how we got to play here, but we met in the Purdue band program. We were both trumpet players, and we shared a stand in the same band. And from there, we found out we had a mutual interest in songwriting, and it just kind of blossomed. We just started working together on songs and just finished recording our first EP.
Awesome, congratulations for that. And if people didn't get the chance to hear you tonight, like we said, you guys did already take the stage. Tell us about some future performances coming up and how people can come listen to you.
Well, actually, here in a couple weeks on July 5th, we'll be playing at the Lafayette Farmers Market from 8 until noon.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the Taste. Jeff and Gina will send it back to you.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you very much. Well, the Taste of Tippecanoe brings in some pretty big money for the Tippecanoe Arts Federation every year. Coming up after the break, we'll be taking a look at how Taft puts that money to work.
Plus, we're going to check in with a restaurant new to the Taste this year, adding something of a twist to this year's Taste. Stay with us. We'll be right back from downtown Lafayette.
News 18, delivering news from where you live.
Well, we start another newscast with severe weather.
The main threats of these storms, flash flooding, a lot of lightning, but also isolated severe wind and hail. We still have scattered showers and storms out there. Scattered trees and power lines down, and we had some really nice reported images of those storms. If you'd like to submit your own weather picture, go to WLFI.com. Complete updates online at WLFI.com with Chad Dwell.
News 18, news from where you live.
When a diet pill sells over 1 million bottles, it's a good start. Over 10 million bottles, it's time to take notice. But when it sells over 20 million bottles, it's time to try it. Now you can join the millions of people who have tried America's #1 selling diet supplement, Lipozene.
I decided to try it, and I lost 20 pounds with Lipozene.
I lost 35 pounds in 10 weeks using Lipozene.
I lost 7 inches off of my waist, and I lost 2 dress sizes, and I feel amazing.
Lipozene has now sold over 20 million bottles. That's because Lipozene really works. In fact, in a clinical study, people who took Lipozene lost weight, all while being asked not to change their lifestyle. That means they were asked not to change their diet or exercise. They were simply instructed to take Lipozene, and by just taking Lipozene, they lost weight. But here's where it gets really exciting. 78% of the weight they lost was pure body fat, not water, fat.
Lipozene helped me take out all that body fat, and I feel amazing.
I'm almost back down to my high school weight, so I'm really loving that.
Now you can join the millions of people who have lost weight with Lipozene by trying it risk-free for only $29.95. Lipozene is guaranteed to help you lose weight or your money back.
For real, the product works. It really does. It does.
But wait, call in the next 10 minutes and we'll double your order absolutely free. Plus, we'll even pay for your shipping. But that's still not all. To celebrate selling over 20 million bottles of Lipozene, the company will give you a free bottle of Metabo Up with your order. That's a $20 value free, but you must call right now because this exclusive free offer is not available in stores.
To order Lipozene, call 1-800-726-9345. That's 1-800-726-9345. Again, that's 1-800-726-9345. Call now.
Welcome back to our special broadcast, live from downtown at this year's Taste of Tippecanoe.
Well, it was hundreds of years ago that immigrants introduced pretzels to the United States, and then several years after that, bakers here in the States turned out the first soft pretzel. So for the first time tonight at the Taste of Tippecanoe, you can taste a soft pretzel that originated right here in Indiana. Now, Gina has already left our platform. She's down at street level where she is hanging out with Ben's Soft Pretzels to take a look at them. Gina?
That's right, Jeff. We're here with Sabir Hussein, who owns Ben Soft Pretzels. You've only been open less than a year. Your first time at the Taste. Tell us why you decided to take part and bring these awesome pretzels down.
Well, first of all, the product itself is really wonderful, and we would love to share that with the community. And Taste gives you an opportunity to share it with the masses, you know, in one go, so to speak. And that's why we decided to do that. And our experience from Cold Stone Creamery, having owned that, is that, you know, we try to participate in all the events for the community that we can. So
really, what's easier than carrying a pretzel around the Taste? Pretty easy. I don't know if we can get a shot of these awesome looking pretzels. However, I really want to talk about this recipe, Sabir, because you said it was perfected in Goshen, Indiana. Talk a little bit about what people can experience with these pretzels.
Well, Ben's Soft Pretzels is a proud Indiana brand. It started out of Goshen, South Bend area. Their headquarters at this point is in Goshen. And there is an actual Ben Miller. He's an Amish person whose family had this recipe perfected within their own household over a couple of generations. And when some of the folks who became partners with him, they're the founders of Ben's, they tasted the pretzel and they were like, this needs to be shared with more people than just Goshen. And there we are. It's growing in Indiana and possibly beyond. So.
Wonderful. Well, Sabir Hussein, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Get down here, grab a pretzel, the cheddar sauce. It looks delicious. So thanks for joining us. Jeff, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, Gina, sounds good. See you in a couple of minutes. Well, the Taste is all about food and music, but a lot of people don't know that it's also a big fundraiser for the Tippecanoe Arts Federation, and a lot of people may not also know that, you know, the art scene around here wouldn't be what it is without TAF. Tisha Lee is the executive director of the Tippecanoe Arts Federation. She joins us on the stage now at 3rd and Main. How you doing, Tisha?
Jeff,
it's good
I'm
to
good.
see you.
All right.
We did a piece on the news this week with Howie Clark and the after-school arts program.
Yeah.
What is, you know, the money that's raised at the Taste? How does that impact the area?
It is our single largest fundraising event for the arts in north central Indiana. So not only does it benefit Tippecanoe County, but also the 13 surrounding counties. It makes such a huge difference for us that we can afford to provide free after-school arts programming in all different sorts of disciplines, from the traditional painting and drawing to a hip-hop DJ class or even a videography class. We even had ukulele this year.
You did.
And of course, Howie is one of our banjo instructors, and was such a great musician and instructor. I don't know if our young people realize that they're learning from someone who has spent decades and decades of his life dedicated to that type of music, and to share it in such a wonderful way is really what I love about the job. And since we've been able to offer the after-school arts program, we're impacting 2,000 students who would otherwise not be able to afford these opportunities. And again, we do pay our instructors, but we don't charge our young people. We just ask them for a commitment that they'll be at every class.
Okay, there would be a void without it, wouldn't there?
Yes,
all right,
absolutely.
Tisha Lee from Taft, so, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to see you again. Well, so far so good here in downtown Lafayette from our platform at 3rd and Main. We do have a great view. More importantly, the smells from all the restaurants are pretty amazing. And we'll get back to the food in just a bit. Also, we'll be taking a look at the possibility for some severe weather in the area. Our next feature, though, brings us back to the musical side of things. Samantha Tiki's with a local band. They're no strangers to the Taste of Tippecanoe. Samantha, who are you with?
Hey there, Jeff. I'm here with Bill Brose, Brad Estes, and Jeff Newman, and they make up Uncle Buck's Mojo Box, and they're going to be performing here in just a little while at the Taste. Now, tell me a little bit about the style we can expect to hear from Uncle Buck's Mojo Box tonight.
We are predominantly a blues rock band. Some Texas style, Chicago style, Allman Brothers, some old classic rock. Predominantly, that's what we do, but very blues rooted.
Sounds awesome. Now, you were just telling me you've performed several times over the past years at the Taste. What's different about the atmosphere this year compared to the past?
Well, I don't really think that it's different. I think that there's a charge that happens every year when this happens. And whether you're a band coming in or a band that's been here, there's so many people, so many friendly faces that you know from the community, and it just is one of those situations where if you're playing a small club and 100 people show up. At this venue, you may see several hundred people that you know, and that's exciting.
All right, well, that brings me to my next question. What is it like for a local band to perform at a local event like the Taste?
I think it's a great thing because, at least for us, I feel like it's humbling to the point where I guess we know that we're being asked to do that, to play here. There are so many bands that try to get into this every year, and especially when you have a track record of playing here a lot, knowing it's a local event, it's fantastic when they continue to ask you back, and it makes us feel really good in our community.
All right. Well, thanks again to Uncle Buck's Mojo Box. They'll be performing at 9 p.m. at the Crossroads stage on 4th Street. That wraps it up here. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, Sam, thank you very much. Well, since making their debut in 2011, White Vinyl Sky has been performing all around central Indiana, a lot of performances at Purdue as well. They could be seen here on the market stage earlier this evening. We'll check in and get a look at what their first Taste experience was like. And next, for the over 21 crowd, there's something brewing down here. Check out the beer garden when we come back.
Harrison College and WLFI present the greatest of the class. Jacob Miller received a presidential scholarship and the Frankfurt Education Foundation scholarship. He enjoys racing, playing baseball and basketball. Jacob will study biology at Purdue University.
The principal goal of education is to create individuals who are capable of doing new things, not simply repeating past generations. Congratulations to this year's valedictorians.
At Maaco, we don't think new is necessarily better. So instead of giving up on the car you used to love, bring it to Maaco. For only $3.99, we'll give your entire car a fresh coat of paint. It's time to give your car a second chance. Maaco, America's body shop.
Corner kick, goal kick. Now driving a new Toyota is a real kick. At Bob Rohrman Toyota, you'll really get a kick out of savings during the World Savings Cup.
Lease a brand new 2014 Toyota Prius for only $199 a month, or a Camry for just $189 a month.
The brand new Bob Rohrman Toyota on State Road 26 East, Lafayette. Part of the Midwest #1 volume auto group.
Some things get better with age, like fine art, romance, and automobiles.
Other things, however, do not, like old mayonnaise and old voter registration information, which is why you may have received one of these postcards, because many Hoosiers may have to take some additional steps to update their registration. If the card you received requests a reply, please do so by July 24th. Because the better our voter list, the better our elections. For more information or to confirm your voter registration, please visit indianavoters.com/postcard.
500,000 trees are cut each week to produce Sunday newspapers. If all our newspapers were recycled, we could save about 250 million trees each year. WLFI, Ivanek Alcoa, and Bob Rohrman encourage you to make a difference.
We'll give you a sneak peek of this year's Indiana Fiddlers Gathering. And could we see a break from all of this rain? Meteorologist Cameron Hopman will have your work week forecast. That's coming up Monday on News 18 this morning.
At Maaco, we don't think new is necessarily better. So instead of giving up on the car you used to love, bring it to Maaco. For only $3.99, we'll give your entire car a fresh coat of paint. It's time to give your car a second chance. Maaco, America's body shop.
Welcome back to our special broadcast, live from downtown at this year's Taste of Tippecanoe.
Well, hey, welcome back. Thanks for being with us tonight. We're live downtown, and we've looked at a lot of great local food options.
And now we're going to take a look at some of the adult options for washing all of that down. Dan Klein is hanging out in the beer garden this evening for a look at some of the tastes available down there. Dan, what are you finding?
Gina and Jeff, what a wonderful day. A little bit warm, but we're in the shade. It feels great, but sometimes you need a little something cool to cool off. And with me is Chris Johnson with the People's Brewing Company, and you're out here. What brings you out here every year?
We love this event. It's a chance for us to get out and see the people that we ultimately are drinking our products, and a lot of our accounts or clients are out here too, so it's fun to get out and enjoy the weather and serve some beer up to the people that make People's what it is. So.
Well, it's kind of like the 5's the magic number here, because you've been in business for almost 5 years. This is your 5th taste, and you've got 5 beers here as well. So tell me what you have.
We brought our Farmer's Daughter Wheat Ale, which has a little bit of lemongrass, great on a hot day. We also brought our Pale Ale, the Mound Builder IPA, which is a crowd favorite, and Mr. Brown, and our 9 Irish Red, which is one of our great clients over at 9 Irish Brothers.
Talk about this weather. What's this like for drinking beer out here on a day like today?
Oh, this is great beer drinking weather, as if there wasn't a great beer drinking weather. But it's a little warm, but the humidity's not bad. There's a good breeze, and like you said, the courthouse is providing some shade.
Well, and the one thing that's new for you too is your truck here looks a little bit different than what people may have seen in years past. Talk to me about that.
Well, we got it over to Mad Men Creative, local company, and they did a design work on it and designed this wrap for it, and we got it wrapped. We got it back yesterday afternoon at about 3 o'clock, so we got it put back together, got it cooled, and got some beer in it.
All right, well, it looks good. It will keep everything cool, and so you can stop by all day here at People's, having a good time. For now, they're reporting live in downtown Lafayette. Dan Klein, News 18.
All right, Dan, enjoy that. Thank you very much. Well, so far so good in downtown Lafayette, although we are watching some severe weather in the viewing area.
We certainly are, and so is meteorologist Cameron Hopman, and we'll find him live in the WLFI studios for us this evening. Hey, Cam.
Hey, Jeff, Gina, that's right. We're tracking a line of showers and storms that continues to pop up just off to the west of us this morning. Now we're beginning to see some of those storms move right back into the viewing area. Notice this line. It's been beautiful all day long. Warm temperatures, high humidity, but it is the warm temperatures, the high humidity that fuel thunderstorm development. All you need is a trigger. We've seen that trigger in east central Illinois, and now that's beginning to push eastward. In fact, the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for both Benton as well as Newton counties. You can see this nice cell just to the northwest of us. The rest of the viewing area, for the most part, staying dry. We're seeing some light showers for parts of Newton, Jasper, Pulaski counties, even northern White County. Thank goodness Tippecanoe County staying dry for the taste for now. Let's zoom into this massive cell off to the northwest of us, getting a better look. Now you'll notice the orange box. That's your severe thunderstorm warning for southern Newton as well as northwestern Benton counties. But you'll also notice this red box. That's a tornado warning in effect for Iroquois County until 6:30. Now this system has been rotating. We've seen some slight rotation with it. That was a radar indicated tornado warning. No reports of an actual twister on the ground. What we're dealing with though is slight rotation, quarter-sized hail, and winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. So as this moves east-southeast at about 25 to 30 miles per hour, we will continue to monitor it, but right now, we're staying dry in Tippecanoe County, and we're staying warm. Once again, those temperatures have been fueling some of this development of these storms. The humidity has been high all day, finally beginning to fall at least a little bit, and hopefully that sell-off to the northwest uses all of its energy up before it reaches Tippecanoe County. It's 86 degrees, or at least it was 86 degrees for your afternoon high temperature in Fowler earlier on. 90 your high in Lafayette. We just reached that within the last hour. Same story for Crawfordsville. We topped out at 86 in Rossville. And looking northwest from our downtown Renaissance camera, things are looking a bit ominous. We are seeing the darker clouds line up. That is your storm system just off to the northwest of us. 85 degrees right now. Winds are variable mainly from the south at this hour. That humidity finally falling. Heat indices back up into the upper 80s, low 90s. 86 in Rossville is your current temperature. 88 Crawfordsville. Lafayette sitting warm at 85 degrees. Here's your current heat indices, however. It feels like 92 in Crawfordsville, 88 Fowler, feels like 90 in Kokomo. So certainly a warm one to say the least. Here's your high-res futurecast. Those storms will likely arrive, but hopefully not in the potency that we're seeing right now. Something we do need to keep attention to over the next couple of hours. Scattered storm chances through about midnight. Will dry up early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow actually looking pretty nice. Some scattered cloud cover here and there. Maybe a pop-up shower or two during the afternoon, but all in all, 86 your high temperature. So we continue to track those storms across the viewing area. Slight storm chances as we go forward in the extended forecast, but most importantly, we do have those storms headed our way. We'll continue to monitor those as the situation progresses. Jess, Gina, back to you at the Taste.
All right, Cameron, thanks so much. Well, if you like blues music and rock music, you're sure to like this next band.
Who doesn't like those things, right? They classify themselves as an energetic mix of both genres. Elizabeth Rentschler joins us now with an introduction to White Vinyl Sky. Elizabeth?
Well, Jeff and Gina, maybe you've heard the name before, or maybe you've even seen them play around town. They've played at several locations around Lafayette, but today they are making their debut here at the Taste of Tippecanoe. I am joined now by White Vinyl Sky and lead singer Bobby Egan. Bobby, thanks for joining us. You guys already performed, so tell us how your performance went today.
We did. We're humbled to be here at Taste for our first performance. It went really well, kicking things off here, music-wise.
And as we heard Jeff and Gina mention, you guys kind of classify your music a little differently. Tell us what your music is kind of like.
I would say it's inspired by John Mayer Trio, the Black Keys, White Stripes. It's really blues-inspired rock and roll.
So tell us how you guys all got together and how you got here today to play at the Taste.
Well, we all met at Purdue, basically, and there's been some members that come and go, but other than that, it's been great. We love playing together.
And you guys actually have a CD coming out, so tell us, if people would like to buy this CD, how do they do so? I know you guys are very active on social media.
Yeah, we have a Facebook and Twitter also. Our website is wvs.fm, and you can purchase it there on iTunes or on Spotify.
And if people want to see you in the future, is that a good way to kind of keep on top of what you guys are doing?
Absolutely. Our Twitter will be blowing up with performance dates soon, so stay tuned.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for it. Bobby, thank you. Jeff and Gina, we'll send it back to you.
All right, White Vinyl Sky. Well, our next artist is an award-winning musician, and you can see her a little bit later on the marquee stage, still ahead tonight at the Taste of Tippecanoe. We've got some notes from singer-songwriter Bria McTavish coming up.
And you may have seen his truck around town cooking up some southern specialties. We'll be back with Mr. Barbecue himself, Mr. Darryl. Stay with us. He'll be with us right after the break.
Hello, I'm Gary from Tall Timbers Marina, and if you're in the market for any type of watercraft, I invite you to stop by Tall Timbers Marina, where it's a boat show every day. We have pontoons by Bennington, Sweetwater, Misty Harbor, and JC, wakeboard boats by Mastercraft and Moomba, hurricane deck boats and Rinker runabouts, Jet John boat and deep V rigs by Aluminacraft and Polarcraft. New this year, Legend bass boats. We also carry a full line of Yamaha water vehicles. Come visit our indoor showroom on Lake Freeman.
You make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night.
Cool off with Cold Stone Creamery's summertime creations like Banana Caramel Crunch, Cake Batter Batter Batter, Surrender to Strawberry, Butterfinger Caramel Crunch, and Oreo Double Chocolate. Try all 5. Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
As school lets out, is your child's schedule starting to get out of control? It's easy to take on too much this summer with practices, camps, clubs, and lessons. Overscheduling can take a toll on the health and happiness of your child. Children whose lives are so tightly structured around activities can become frustrated or disinterested in learning valuable life lessons on their own. Here are some helpful tips on how to set reasonable limits to make sure your child's summer activities are more enjoyable for you both. Agree on ground rules and make sure your child is aware of the time commitment before they sign up for too many activities. Keep a family calendar to stay organized. Carpool with other parents to make life easier. Create family time. Set priorities. Learning should come first. Know when to draw the line and say no. And don't underestimate the importance of downtime. To find out more about summer learning, check out the Ion Kids tab on WLFI.com.
This Ion Kids message was brought to you by Wabash National.
Invest in a little forever with a gift of fine jewelry from Clayton Jewelers. We have a nice selection of jewelry that can become a cherished heirloom for generations to come. Want that one-of-a-kind custom look? We can help with that too. We can take your loose stones, old gold, jewelry you've grown tired of, and create a piece that's sure to put a sparkle in her eye.
Hi, I'm G.R. Clayton. Shop us for all your jewelry needs.
A gift that will truly become a treasured keepsake is a gift from Clayton Jewelers.
Welcome to Custom Plus Pharmacy, your local independent family-owned pharmacy. Our emphasis is on a more personal and patient-specific approach that distinguishes us from all other pharmacies. Our pharmacy offers traditional prescriptions, custom compounds, a full-time nurse with immunization services, compression hosiery, Mediset pill planner services, and much more.
Call us today to discuss the latest treatment options to meet your needs.
Custom Plus Pharmacy, experience the plus.
Welcome back to our special broadcast, live from downtown at this year's Taste of Tippecanoe.
Hey, welcome back. There are a lot of different styles of music performing at the Taste this year, but there's one thing they do have in common: their hometown.
Yep, they're all local. Samantha Tiki joins us now with one of those local musicians. Sam, who have you got?
That's right, Jeff and Gina. I'm with award-winning singer and songwriter Bria McTavish. Now, Bria is originally from Lafayette and will be performing at the Marquee Stage at 9 o'clock tonight. Now, Bria, tell me, what is it like to be performing in your own town, the town you grew up in?
Well, it's really wonderful. I love being able to play for the place that I grew up in, and the Taste is just so much fun because I get to see all of my friends. Sometimes they can't always come out to my shows and stuff, and so to get them all together is awesome.
Awesome. So tell me, what kind of music inspires you?
I listen to a lot of like everything. I listen to like the Beatles and Coldplay and Lana Del Rey, but and Regina Spektor and Sarah Bareilles and those kind of people. But I listen to everything. So yeah.
Okay, so what can we expect from your performance tonight? Some covers, any originals? What can we expect?
Well, it's going to be most of my own stuff that I wrote and that I wrote with my dad. And I'm going to play a few covers, just I think 3 in my set. And then the show's going to be pretty fun because I'm playing with a band tonight. I'm in a cover band around here called The Girl Next Door. And a few of the band members are actually going to be playing with me along with my sister who plays the violin.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much to Bria McTavish. Now, once again, she's going to be performing at the Marquee Stage at 9 o'clock tonight at the Taste. So make sure you head downtown to enjoy not only what the Taste has to offer, but music from local artists like McTavish. Back to you, Jeff and Gina.
All right, Samantha, thank you very much. Well, we've tasted some of the food. We've met a lot of the musicians tonight. There's one other element to the Taste that we haven't checked in with yet, and that's all the people that are here.
That's right. Krista Henry is live for us this evening. Krista, who do you have with us?
Hey, Jeff and Gina, you know, the streets are packed right now. You could barely walk through the streets of downtown Lafayette. People from all over the region are really here getting a taste of Tippecanoe. And we have people even as far as Chicago. Sue Nielsen joining us now. And Sue, a little smaller than the Taste of Chicago, like we were talking. How's everyone treating you so far down here?
Great, it's awesome. People are very friendly. I'm having a great time.
Tell me a little bit about your experience here in Lafayette and kind of what you've seen so far as the food and the drinks available.
Well, it's my first time here. So far I've been to Hot Box Pizza, and Aaron's been to Dippin' Dots, and we're having a great time. We love it. We love it.
Are you looking forward to are you guys going to stay for any of the live music?
Yes, definitely. We are here to dance. We are looking forward to the bands a lot.
And this is your first time in Lafayette, correct?
First time here, first time to the Taste. We're enjoying it very much.
And you're going to be back next year, we're talking.
Yes, I will be back next year.
Okay, Sue, have so much fun today. Yeah, like I said, if you're not here, come on down. We're here for a few more hours. and the Taste of Tippecanoe has something for everyone. Reporting live downtown Lafayette, Krista Henry, News 18. Jeff and Gina.
All right, Krista, thanks so much. Glad she's having fun. Well, if you are craving barbecue tonight, you are in luck because there's some of the best barbecue in town, Southern style.
Absolutely, and Amber Hardwick is live from Mr. Darrell's Southern Barbecue with a taste of that. Amber, what's cooking down there?
Hey there, Jeff and Gina. If you're craving some barbecue like I am, you may want to check out what's cooking over at Mr. Darrell's Southern Barbecue. And like pretty much all night, the line has been pretty long. And I'm here with the Mr. Darrell Richardson. Tell me, how are things been going this evening?
Well, you can look at my forehead and tell all the sweat on my forehead, but it's been really nice. The crowd has been unbelievable. The weather is great so far. I just hope it stays this way, hopefully. But yeah, it's been great. I'm really excited about this day, and I'm glad to be here.
And like I was saying, the lines have been pretty long. Have you noticed a lot of crowds around?
Definitely. You know what? Last year's was. This year here, I think it's better than last year's as far as my side my side, but it's going great. I'm really excited.
What kind of food are you serving today?
Today we're serving Mr. Darrell's Southern Barbecue pulled pork. We got some really luscious ribs. We got some chicken. We got some hot links, hot dogs. We got some freshly squeezed Mr. Darrell's lemonade.
What's been very popular this evening?
You know what? I think it's going to go with the pulled pork and the ribs. The ribs is going great. We can't keep up with the pulled pork. We can't keep up with the pulled pork.
And how long have you been prepping for this?
You know what? Probably since Tuesday. I mean, because we don't have the big walk-in freezers and things like that, so we got to do what we got to do. But it's been working very well.
What else would you like to say to everyone?
Come on out to the Taste of Tippecanoe and let's support the Arts Federation. And come on, Lafayette. Let's get it happening here, and let's have a good time tonight.
Thanks again, Mr. Darrell. If you want some barbecue, it's a good idea to maybe come out and check out, have some, pulled pork or some ribs. So back to you, Gina. Jeff.
All right, Amber, thank you very much. Enjoy the pulled pork and ribs. A stolen ATV that was found about the same time that it was reported missing. Another festival in Lafayette that's actually celebrating development in the city, and a soapbox derby.
That's right. When we come back, we're going to join Kelly Roberts, who's live for us in the studio this evening with today's top news stories. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's been brought to our attention that because we're a co-op, some folks think they can't stop at a Country Mart station unless they're a member. And that's just not true. Everyone is welcome. Because while our all-American fuels offer superior performance and better protection, let's face it, we all have a lot riding on our engines. Available from your local Country Mart dealer.
Real Journeyman salutes our new 2014 graduate electricians. Meet Ian Schroeder. Ian completed a 5-year, 8,000-hour apprenticeship program and earned an associate degree from Ivy Tech. He also donated at least 80 hours of skilled electrical work to the community. You'll only find real Journeyman electricians working at the area's most professional electrical contractors.
So when you're doing the hiring, trust your wiring to a real Journeyman.
At St. Anthony, our staff-to-client ratio is exceptional. At St. Anthony, your therapy sessions are one-on-one. At St. Anthony, our clients consistently rate their care as excellent. St. Anthony Rehabilitation and Nursing Center, Lafayette, Indiana. To learn more, visit us at saintanthonycares.com or call us at 765-423-4861.
It's worth your drive to Eikenberry Fine Furniture in Flora. We offer quality furniture made right here in Indiana. Hi, this is Lisa. Save up to 40% on hand-built, lifetime warranty Smith Brothers of Bern sofas, love seats, and chairs. See the value, feel the comfort of two-sided holder bedding. Observe the quality and style of Best Home Furnishings recliners. If we don't have it in stock, we'll special order at sale prices. Eikenberry Fine Furniture, centrally located between Lafayette, Logansport, and Kokomo, off State Road 18.
Tate and Lyle and WLFI present the greatest of the class. Introducing Harrison High School's valedictorians of 2014.
Life is a journey. Let your creativity shine and make your own mark. Congratulations to this year's valedictorians.
Choosing an injury lawyer is simple. Both partners graduated from law school with honors. Both partners have membership in the National Trial Lawyers Association's top 100 lawyers in Indiana, and both were named top lawyers for personal injury and wrongful death by Professional Research Services. Blackburn and Green has always reduced their fee if the net settlement to you is less than their fee. They've given back over $2 million to their clients from their own fees. Blackburn and Green, attorneys for injured people, committed to be the best.
Welcome back to our special broadcast, live from downtown at this year's Taste of Tippecanoe.
Hey, welcome back. The Taste of Tippecanoe, it's not the only thing happening today.
That is correct. Let's check in with News 18's Kelly Roberts. Kelly's back at the studio with a look at some of the other headlines in the news today.
Well, thanks, Jeff and Gina. We'll see you out there in just a bit. But first, a stolen ATV was recovered almost as quickly as it was discovered missing in Tippecanoe County late this morning. A driver traveling on North 1000 East, just south of Colburn, noticed an abandoned ATV in some brush. Around the same time, the Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Office was notified of a missing ATV. The key to the ATV was found in its ignition, but with 2 other keys belonging to unknown vehicles. The ATV was returned to the owner with minimal damage. The person or people who took the ATV have not yet been found. And vehicles moving at high rates of speed closed down part of West Lafayette's Grant Street today. The people responsible, 32 drivers aged 7 to 18, glided down the hill as part of the Greater Lafayette Soapbox Derby. Each car in the race was constructed last month. They each built their vehicles from a kit, assembling it identically to others in the race. With their heads down, they let the slope of the street and the cheers from the crowd take them on a wild ride.
I was really nervous at first, but once I went down the ramp, it was actually really fun. Like you could hear the people cheering, and it suddenly faded, and you're just going straight down the hill.
A handful of winners in the stock and super stock divisions will move on to the All-American Soapbox Derby in Ohio next month. In Delphi, kids learned about traditions and techniques, young and old, today. It was the 2nd annual Kids Day at Canal Park. Along with the historic demonstrations at the park, local firefighters and police officers were on hand to give kids valuable lessons. The entertainment spanned generations as well. Modern dance group performed for audiences, as well as the Tippecanoe Ancient Fife and Drum Corps. The Corps reenacts the times of colonial French military influence in North America. Drum Commander Malcolm Duncan says sometimes the love for history starts young.
When we're in Connecticut in a few weeks, we're on a baseball diamond with 500 to 700 fifers and drummers from ages 5 to 95.
The Voyagers Ancient Fife and Drum Corps also performed at Kids Day at the Canal. The group consists of young fifers and drummers. And how about some more fun in the park today? This festival at Lafayette Centennial Park. The 8th annual Hollyhock Festival was a time for neighbors of the historic Centennial neighborhood to celebrate some recent development. The Neighborhood Association's Vice President Bill Bray says the Hollyhock Festival is always a time to celebrate the neighborhood's goals and accomplishments, but this year neighbors are celebrating the ultimate goal.
Recently, after the course of about 3 years, came up with a neighborhood master plan. Just a block behind us here, the old Midwest Rentals property is being redeveloped into owner-occupied housing.
The event included music, food, and a tree dedication to former Lafayette City Councilman Harold Fannin. And I'm getting ready to chant USA, USA, a big game for USA tomorrow in the World Cup.
Yeah, huge game, a win, and they're into the second round. The U.S. national team less than 24 hours away from their second game in the World Cup. Next up, Portugal, led by one of the world's best players, Cristiano Ronaldo. The U.S. will be without starting forward Josie Altidore, who suffered a setback in their win against Ghana. Portugal, on the other hand, will be without a few of their starters due to injuries and suspensions. Portugal's captain, Ronaldo, is nursing a knee injury. Reports from Brazil say he may not be fully fit. Either way, the U.S. plans on facing the Portuguese superstar right from the start.
I know there's reports out there that he might not play, but we don't believe those. We assume he's going to play. We feel like he's going to play. You know, he's the best player in the world right now, so there's no denying that. He's a great player. But at the same time, you know, we're not really focused on him. We're mostly focused on ourselves. We truly feel if the U.S. plays our best soccer, we're going to be able to win the game and advance to the next round.
The U.S. can advance to the next round if they beat Portugal. The red, white, and blue takes on Ronaldo and Portugal Sunday night at 6 o'clock.
Well, thanks, Ruben. And it looks beautiful out there, but still tracking a little bit of activity out there.
That's right. You know, we're going to continue to see slight chances for showers and storms head our way over at least the next few hours. Notice that line popping off to the northwest of us. That is a nice defined line of showers and storms still moving southeastward right around 25 to 30 miles per hour. Now, we had a pretty nice cell in question that there was a severe thunderstorm warning for Benton and Newton counties that has since been canceled. Let's get a better look at that system. A little bit now beginning to lose some of its potency, but now it's actually taking more of a southern turn. It looks like for now, that cell just west of Earl Park will miss Lafayette. Now, we are seeing some more cells begin to pop just southwest of Brook near Kentland. That will continue to travel southeast, so we are expecting some slight chances for showers and thunderstorms within the next few hours, but for the time being, it does appear that we will avoid any severe weather chances. We may still see those slight chances for severe weather within the next few hours as well. 85 degrees, still some partly cloudy skies, but looking northwest from our Renaissance camera, you can see that ominous dark cloud cover just in the northwest, but over the Tippecanoe County Courthouse, over downtown Lafayette, things are looking pretty gorgeous. We are expecting those storm chances to arrive by 10 p.m. or at least prior to that. 77 degrees by 10. We'll drop off to 74 by midnight, 68 your overnight low temperature early tomorrow morning. Now, we will continue to see these slight chances for showers and storms nearly every single day in our forecast. The lingering chances tomorrow morning, then a dry afternoon appears for Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, slight chances of storms. Thursday looks to be the only dry day in this extended forecast.
Okay, great. Thanks, Cam.
Yeah.
And of course, rain can't ruin good food, and I am getting hungry watching Jeff and Gina out there. So let's toss it back to you guys. What do you have coming up?
Oh, Kelly, we've got a lot left in the show. Budgie's Drive-In has been feeding Greater Lafayette residents for over 70 years now, but they've never fed anybody at the Taste of Tippecanoe until this year.
It's going to be fun. Plus, mixed tapes and mixed grapes. When we come back, we'll close out our show with some great music and great beverages.
The Toyota Sienna, Highlander, Sequoia, and Camry are all assembled in Indiana. 4 more reasons to be proud that you're a Hoosier.
If you're from Indiana, you want a car built for Hoosiers by Hoosiers. So look no further than the Toyota Sienna, Highlander, Sequoia, or Camry. They're all assembled right here in the Hoosier state. Get 0% APR on a new 2014.5 Camry plus $750 bonus cash, or lease Camry for $189 a month.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places.
What can you get when you go to Vonage.com for home phone service? Unlimited nationwide calling for $9.99 a month for a full 6 months?
You betcha.
How about calling from both your home and mobile phone? Sure, pal. And how about over 25 great calling features when you sign up with Vonage Online?
Certainly, y'all.
What about getting our best offer ever? Totally. Plus, upgrade to Vonage World for just $2 more a month? See? So however you say it, let's make this a yes. Visit Vonage Online or call today.
Do you need to buy or sell a vehicle? Well, Lafayette Public Auto Auction is where you want to do it. Lafayette Public Auto Auction is held every Saturday and is the first auto auction to come to Lafayette, Indiana. That's right, the first of its kind. So you can be expecting some of the best deals on buying or selling your vehicle, work trucks, cars, SUVs, vans, and more. Over 100 vehicles added weekly, so what are you waiting for? Get to Lafayette Public Auto Auction this Saturday. The prices will make your head spin. 2250 Concord Road, 765-471-1313.
Grandpa, why can't you hear me?
I know what it's like to struggle to hear in noisy environments. I'm Dr. Kelly Todd with Audio Diagnostics 2, and I invite you to learn more about hearing loss and how simple, real solutions can be. Today's hearing aids are comfortable, affordable, and practically invisible. How do I know this? I wear one myself.
Be in the hands of someone who knows firsthand what you're going through. Now is the time to act on your hearing loss. Call Dr. Kelly Todd at Audio Diagnostics today.
Running a business is tough. It's not just about making a great product.
It's about constantly monitoring your bottom line. You know what makes that easier? My partnership
with Old National Bank. They understand what we need to succeed. Whether it's streamlining our cash management with Bank Connect Plus,
or helping me finance new equipment, Old National is always there with options that work for me and grow with me.
That's the reason
why Old National
is my bank for business.
Bullying is becoming one of the biggest issues in our kids' lives today. Whether it's on the computer or on the playground, every child is at risk. Hi, I'm Coach tight end Dwayne Allen. Spreading rumors, taunting, and teasing are all types of bullying. If you see someone being bullied or know that it's happening online, take action. Let the victim know you're there to help. The worst thing you can do is turn your back to the problem. Remember, the time is always right to do what is right.
Welcome back to our special broadcast, live from downtown at this year's Taste of Tippecanoe.
Well, today is the official start to summer, and summer, of course, the best time to hit up the drive-thru.
That's right, and although you can't drive through at the Taste, you can stop by Budgie's drive-in booth. That's where we find Brittany Tyner. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Jeff and Gina. Yeah, Coney dogs and milkshakes all can be found here at the Taste of Tippecanoe. With me now is Tyler Child and Jeremy Stockdale, the co-owners of Budgie's. Tyler, you are new owners. Tell me about that story.
You know, we both worked there for a long time. I worked there for, this is my 9th year, and he was there for 15. And we just, we couldn't let it go. You know, they were selling it, they were going to close it down, and we just couldn't let it happen.
And Jeremy, this was your first taste. What were you guys looking forward to the most?
We were really looking forward to meeting all these new people. We love talking to people when they come down to the store. You know, we've got tons of regulars that we know what they're getting every time they show up, so we hope we're getting some more tonight. But yeah, that's what we were looking forward to.
And what have been some of the challenges today, since it is your first taste?
There have been quite a few. It's been a pretty stressful day, but you know, as soon as we opened up and got everything going, it's kind of easy sailing from here on out. So we're having fun now.
And then what do people need to come down here and try?
They got to come down and get the Coney dogs, the milkshakes, and the flavor burst. It's all good.
Yeah. Definitely. Stay cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys. Good luck. All right, there you have it. Come down and try Budgie's Drive-In. Back to you, Jeff and Gina.
All right, sounds great, Brittany. Thank you. Well, this last band of the night is based out of West Lafayette. It's made up of 7 guys. It includes, among others, a lawyer, a businessman, students.
And they're called mixtapes.
Right.
Yeah, you can hear them cover the sounds from the 50s, classic rock like Led Zeppelin, and even Lady Gaga. Yeah, Lady Gaga. Krista Henry joins us now with a look at mixtapes and what we can hear from them. Krista?
Hey, Jeff and Gina, you may have heard this next band on the streets of Lafayette before, down for mosey down Main Street and playing at bars and restaurants like Preston's. But tonight they're making their debut at the Taste of Tippecanoe. And joining me now is David Mattingly with the Mixtapes. David, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Tell me a little bit about the band and what kind of music you guys play.
Well, we've been playing around Lafayette for about 3 years now. We formed, 2 of the members are my brothers, so then there's some friends and some friends of friends. We all kind of came together as a band. We like to play party music. We like to have fun. We like to bring people together, help everybody have a good time. That's what we're all about.
And you guys play everything from the 50s to newer music. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we try not to pigeonhole ourselves into one particular genre. We like to surprise our audience, playing things that they don't really expect a band like us to play. If we make people, go, oh my gosh, in the middle of a show, we've done our job, is what we feel like.
And tell us again where we could see you tonight.
Tonight we're playing at 11 o'clock on the Market Stage, which is at 5th and May.
And you guys also have an event coming up as well.
Yeah, we have a fundraiser that is next Saturday. It's on June 28th. It's from 9 to 1 p.m. It's the Little Stars Scholarship Concert. We're trying to raise money to help children with autism obtain services and just help them improve their lives. And that's next Saturday night.
Awesome. That sounds like a great time. We will see you guys at 11 o'clock at the Market Stage. All right, Jeff and Gina, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Krista. Well, the Taste of Tippecanoe isn't all about the taste of the food. Sometimes it's the adult beverage.
It is. You can also sample some adult beverages here this evening. Dan Klein is live at a spot where you can taste the fruit of the vine. Hey, Dan.
Well, Jeff and Gina, if you're in a mood for an adult beverage, but beer's not your thing, I have the answer for you, and it's here at the Wildcat Creek Winery. With me is Rick Black, one of the owners, and what's it like to be out here on a day like today?
This is fantastic. We live for days like this. This is more fun than we have all year at the winery. So we're excited to be here. We're excited to be here for the Tippecanoe Arts Federation and to support our community. And it's just unbelievable for us.
This is your second year here, so last year was your first year. What brought you back? What was the experience like last year?
Oh, last year was a real surprise. My wife Kathy and I, who run the winery, had been to the Taste 10 or 15 years ago when it was on 5th Street in a one-block area. And then to come out here and see tens of thousands of people and the huge stages and all of that was so exciting. And then to be actually participating in the event was even more exciting.
You brought 11 wines with you today. Give me just a brief little overview on one or two of them that you think people might really like.
Oh, well, the ones that seem to be more popular are Steuben, and that's the name of the grape. We get that from Fremont, Indiana, which is up northeastern corner. At Sadek Winery, we get they grow grapes up there, and we bring the juice down here. Chamberson, which is I don't know, 2 years ago we were awarded Indiana Winery of the Year and things like that. So Traminette, which is a signature wine grape for the state of Indiana. We've got 11 wines. They're all interesting and different. They're all unique.
All right, well, let me try a couple. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, that's all the time we have. Reporting live from downtown Lafayette, Dan Klein, News 18.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for tonight at the Taste.
That's right. And for now, we're going to go enjoy the festival. Please come down and join us. This goes on until midnight. We'd love to see you down there. Thank you so much for watching our live broadcast from the Taste of Tippecanoe. Have a great weekend.
When a diet pill sells over 1 million bottles, it's a good start. Over 10 million bottles, it's time to take notice. But when it sells over